Right then, I thought I'd do a quick video about Leny Yoro because obviously he's now been confirmed as being out for 2 months, which is a massive problem, I think. United did not have the strength in depth to just be losing players willy-nilly. Højlund sounds like he's not going to be out for quite so long, but our star signing of the summer, perhaps our marquee signing of the summer, probably not going to feature until October, and certainly won't be match fit for a few weeks beyond that. I wouldn't have thought. So it's a real hammer blow, I think, for the new regime and the optimism that we were going into the season with. Some people want to blame the pitch. I don't know enough about that to be able to pin something on it, but there are a lot of people that are a bit. I mean, the pitch didn't look great. I understand that could have been an issue. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying I don't know enough about it to be able to tell you that it was or that it wasn't. Either way, United aren't going to be out without. Going to be without Yoro now for at least a couple of months, and I think that might have to force United's hand into. We was obviously trying to go for a second centre half anyway. You've lost Varane, and then you've lost the replacement for Varane in Leny Yoro. Though you've lost Kambwala, who was a bit of an extras for last season. Now maybe they think Bennett or Fish can fill in for that. That would be fine, I guess. But if you move on Lindelof or if you move on Maguire, all you're doing is replacing what we had. Now, if you bring in De Ligt and you lose Maguire or you lose Lindelof, I think you can argue that there's been a little bit of a leveling up in terms of the squad there. And obviously you will get Leny Yoro back in a couple of months. But something like that needs to happen. Because we can't go into the season short-handed at the start of the season, regardless of whether it's only going to be a couple of months or not. United aren't going to win the league this year anyway. For all the optimism you can have, it just isn't going to happen. So I'm not putting all my eggs into the United are going to win and we need a good start to have a title challenge kind of thing. We just need to have progress. Progress in the shape, progress in the philosophy, and progress in our style of play being something that people come into and understand, and that if one player's in or out of the team, the whole system doesn't fall apart, because that's what we had last season. We didn't have Martinez at the back. You didn't have that sort of person that can break lines when they get on the ball and move us forward. The things that we're doing in terms of trying to switch out Wan-Bissaka and bring in Mazraoui, that helps us sort of playing out from the back just that little bit more. Yoro would have helped us just a little bit more. Yoro, Martinez, Mazraoui and Shaw would have been a really, really very elite ball-playing back four. Add Onana into that. Now you've got a back four plus Kobbie Mainoo in front of them. 6 that are going to be able to keep and hold the ball and have real good possession of the ball when you're playing and building out from the back. Excellent platform for us to start from. Yes, we have issues to address in either the permanent number 6 or number 8 position. That's going to be a defensive-minded sort of destroyer. Absolutely, we absolutely do have to fix that and sort that. But we can't take a backward step and just go, okay, Yoro's going to be out for a couple of months. Initial couple of months. There's no guarantees that he recovers straight away. And just roll as we are. We saw the fruits of that last season, and it was bad. United finished 8th last season. The FA Cup covered up a lot of cracks for that. That won't be accepted, I don't think, if we do that under the new Radcliffe regime and Ineos regime. Everything started off so positively. Having Yoro, who we saw him for. Didn't even get a game out of him really properly, did we? So there's been some number of minutes that we saw him for, and then he's gone. Now he did look bright in those minutes, but what a momentum stopper this is going to be for him now, and hopefully he recovers it because he's young. He bounces back and it doesn't take too much out of him. But it's a nightmare situation for us to be in. Star signing, marquee signing, out for the first 2 months of the season, where United could get left behind from the rest of them if they start well. Now, I think the one thing that we've got going in our favour is Liverpool just do not seem to be doing anything. Chelsea look like they're not improving on the absolute mess that they are at the moment. Arsenal, I presume, are going to be there or thereabouts. City are acting strangely. I don't know if something's going on, or they know more about what's going on with the charges there, and it's maybe affecting people's desire to stick around and be there when the punishment lands. Liverpool, I just feel like they're going to fall off a cliff. Spurs aren't really doing a lot. You know, could they be better this year? I guess so. But I think top 4 is a phenomenally gettable target for Manchester United this season coming up. I think you will miss that if you don't right the wrongs of last season. We need a midfielder, we need a defender, and I guess that you know, there's some talk of Scott McTominay going. Fulham have resubmitted a bid after he agreed terms with Galatasaray. If that's a tactic by United and Galatasaray to get the deal moving, sensational. But 30 million is a real nice price for Scott McTominay. That should free up a little bit of cash for United to go and do something. You know, they're talking about Ugarte on loan with an obligation. That kicks down the PSR and the FFP regulations another 12 months down the line, where you'd have to deal with them then. That might be the move for us to do. Either way, you got to right the wrongs of last season. It's not acceptable for Manchester United to go into the new campaign with all the optimism that we've got, because right now our squad is worse off than it was at the start of last season because of the injuries that we've had. Casemiro arguably needs moving on. I would move Maguire and Lindelof on. You know, there's more. There's more that probably needs to be moved on. But you know, United need to raise some funds at the same time as identifying targets that are going to do something. We're starting to get a bit of a young profile to the squad, which isn't a bad thing. But there's going to be some settling in. There's going to be some teething problems. There's going to be some mistakes made in the transfer window. We're going to have to ride all of those out, but we're not going to do it if we have to go back to playing, you know, Lindelof, Maguire at centre half alongside Martinez, who we don't know the fitness of. You know, this is a player that has had quite a few seasons now with injuries, and we're going into a new season with him where he's not even a part of the tour because of the Copa America that he's just had. And then same again with Luke Shaw. You know, if Luke Shaw ends up injured, I think a lot of United fans are going to see their arse with Luke Shaw if he gets injured either now or early on in the season after pissing off to the Euros and not playing for United since February. I think a lot of fans not only will be pretty justified in being pissed off, but also definitely will be pissed off with how that's all shaken out. But anyway, on a lighter note, I haven't really got a lighter note for you. Take it easy. See you in a bit.